That was Old Admiral by Al Stewart. Played on a Fisher. Oops. Alright, played on a Fisher Tad-992. This series system was bought by my grandfather as a little gift to me, and he bought it as is at a thrift store, I believe. And the only thing that was not working on this was actually the CD player, which can play 5 discs. That's cool, but doesn't work because of belts, sticky belts, which I tried to fix this sticky belt issue, and it's almost unrepairable unless if you have lots of experience, which I don't. And well, the belts melted on the motor pulley and blah blah blah. Motor got stuck, and so I don't have the experience to fix that. But the thing that I didn't have to fix was the tape deck. It's perfectly fine. It's working like it should be. It was not running at the right speed, but now it is. I calibrated a bit with the left and rights, and has an AM/FM tuner, which the FM has great reception and sounds great. But the AM, can't say much about that because I can't get any AM stations here except interference from this camera, okay, you guys, and from everything really, including the Wi-Fi. And including the lights up here. Where are they? There we go. Sorry if I'm blinding you guys, but I have to show you guys. Anyways. Oops. Those lights cause lots of interference to the reception here. So, can't hear anything. So, AM will be out of the question of how it sounds, how much station's gonna pick up. That will be out of the question. But the tape deck is out of the question because it's actually very great quality. Very great quality actually. Chords perfectly fine. Tape, well, Type 1 ferro tape, or some people call it Type 0, which I don't know why I call them Type 0, and they don't exist at all. Anyways, it records perfectly fine on Type 1 tapes. If the Type 1 tapes are actually made properly and good, yeah, which I know the tape we're playing is actually Type 1, and there's some dropouts because all the tape's old, so, but still sounds great. There's a little bit of dropouts, I'd say. And it was recorded on a little special thing on this series system, Dolby noise reduction, and that is Dolby Beam, which, hint from the name, it's a noise reduction which was made from, I believe, the 70s, early 70s, or probably late 60s, to all the way to, actually they're still in business, I think, and the current noise reduction is Dolby Digital and Dolby Atmos Digital, I believe, but we're talking about analog noise reduction, which is Dolby analog. Which the Dolby here kind of muffled, not that much, but not that little. It muffles a little bit the high end, which if you record some tapes on Dolby B, they actually kind of sound better without Dolby B on. I don't know if that increases the treble, which I believe it does. But anyways, the Fisher makes very high quality tape recordings. Can record in chrome, probably in ferrochrome, which is actually very rare, which is Type 3. It's very rare. Wasn't used that much because it was made in the late 70s and it was stopped being used in the early 80s when metal tape, aka Type 4, was introduced by, I believe, by TIAC or BASF or Sony. Don't know which one of those companies introduced metal tape, but whatever. Metal tape killed for ferrochrome. And cassettes killed 8-tracks, which 8-tracks They were kind of like cassette tapes, but they were horrible sounding. Well, I don't know if they were actually horrible sounding because I don't own any 8 tracks, thank God. And they were very weak. They broke in any type of good quality equipment. You have the spoil breaks played by those machines. Yeah. And they were as high quality as a cassette tape. So in the 80s, people preferred cassette tapes, and that was a good decision that they made. Because sounds like bell bottoms and disco died, including the 8-track died, and cassette was king. It also has a phonomagnetic input, which that's only on mid-end and high-end stereo systems, because the cheap end ones, I believe they were only ceramic input. As an auxiliary input, CD, which that's where you see that doesn't work, tuner, which I already mentioned, and the tape deck, also already mentioned lots of times. However, also this thing can get pretty loud, but I'm not gonna turn it all the way up to max because I do not live in my own house. I do not live in the middle of the forest, and it will break my eardrums, so I won't be doing that. But what I could do is show you how great does this thing record. So I'll be showing you guys some recording samples.
Up, safe and warm from the snow, with Life with the Lions on the radio. And Churchill said to Louis Mountbatten, I just can't stand to see you today. How could you have come and given India away? Mountbatten just frowned, said, what can I say? Some of these things slip through your hands, and there's no good talking or making plans. But Churchill, he just flapped his wings, said, I don't really care to discuss these things, but every time I look at you, I feel so low, I don't know what to do. Well, every day just seems to bring bad news. Leaves me here with the post-World War II blues. 1959 was a very strange time, a bad year for labor and a good year for wine. Uncle Ike was our American cowboy.
Well, that was everything. Hope you like. Also, hope you guys, and especially my first time viewer on this channel, like this video. It's actually my first video on, well, showcasing my fisher, and probably the first video probably showing the fishers, well, this specific fishers features, and I was a review, which, well, if you want a cheap tape deck, well, I mean cheap stereo system, well, if you find us at a thrift store and if it says fully working, or if the CD doesn't work, I'd say it's worth picking up if you want a good quality tape deck, which actually sounds good and records good, with Dolby and dubbing if you're interested in that. And it has an equalizer, I forgot to mention that, but it has a, I think, yeah, 5-band equalizer, and it has a balance control for left and right. Very cool, right? And it has auto or slash manual, which is station slash mute, direct frequency. You press that and you type in any frequency you want in here, and AM or FM, AM, FM buttons, obviously turning it down and up. There's my phone, whatever, let's ignore my phone, but here's scan level for, no, I'm not going to show right now, but timer for, goes only till 90 minutes, or 60 minutes, I believe. And memory, which is for the radio, don't know what memory is. And probably one day I'll find out what memory is. I'll put it in the description. But, here's the button. In conclusion, it's not bad. It's not that great, but it's not that bad. It's somewhere close to great, but not that close to bad, or kinda good. It's somewhere close to very good, somewhere close there. But it's not bad, because it records good quality tapes on Dolby. Well, hope you guys enjoyed my video. Anyways, I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Toodle-doo!